Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
All right. Little sports reaction here. Who's better, Charles Barkley, Giannis Antetokounmpo, or Nikola Jokic? Who's better? And we're gonna let these guys talk first, and then we'll give our opinions. Here we go.
I won't allow no Charles slander. But
is Charles Barkley better than Jokic too?
Is Charles Barkley better than Joker?
Yeah.
Today, if Joker's career ended today,
Yeah. Who's the better basketball player? Who's better?
do you remember? I don't know if you remember Charles Barkley. I don't. To be honest
I
with you,
never saw
Mars.
him play live, so it's not about
Right. I don't think you know how good
Barkley.
Barkley was a top 2 player in the world for a
That's
long
amazing.
time.
Okay,
That was going
cool.
on.
Is he
So
better
if I had
than
to choose between the two of those guys in their prime, Barkley.
hey, chill. Hold on.
Okay,
Chill.
Charles Barkley.
Wait.
Yes, Charles Barkley was fantastic. He wasn't the passer that Joker was. No, I'm not saying that. Better rebounder. Better in transition.
Hey, where's 2025?
Better
He would work harder than the best player now.
Oh, that's guaranteed.
Charles Barkley's better than Jokic and Giannis? Okay.
Yes.
Chill. So you got
He's
all
more
3 of
skilled
these guys
than
on the
Giannis.
table. You could draft any 3 of them in their prime.
And Joker is
absolutely
hard.
taking Charles
It's a hard one to
Barkley.
answer.
That
don't know.
is interesting.
It's also I also want to ask a question.
Mhm.
Does the era they play in matter?
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh,
yes, it does. When it comes to stats, especially with stats, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah,
the eras matter.
Literally changed definitions. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like damn.
And I'm going to use that in my argument, right? And I'm not thinking about, if they stop their careers. I'm thinking of them at their very best. Who is the best out of these 3 players, or what's the 1, 2, 3 ranking order? And damn, that's I think those are interesting players to use, because that's fucking tough, man. I think that's very tough. Scoring wise, like being able to purely score, I have to give it to Jokic, right? He has more range. I think he has better footwork in the post than Charles Barkley does, and better than Giannis. We all know Giannis's troubles in the fucking paint, at least with footwork, right? I'm traveling a lot, but different era, whatever. Rebounding, I don't think Jokic is that great of a rebound. I think he's benefiting from the era he plays in.
Yeah.
Straight up. I think Charles Barkley might be the best out of those 3.
What about if he had to play with a certain kind when a certain type of build was popular, when he had to play the big center and shit that was down in the post? He would be in trouble. Patrick Ewing would put him in trouble, bro. He would in trouble if you don't put him in trouble.
Oh yeah, but Jokic has finesse and footwork. You mean on, like, if Jokic is trying to score on them, or them trying to score on Jokic? Like, what do you mean?
No, them trying to score on Jokic.
Them trying to, yeah, he'll get ran over. I don't think he can survive in that era defensively. And if you're in that era, let's be honest, if he's a center, right? He's got to be 7 foot, right? Or damn near, yeah, okay, 7'3". So he'd, just on size alone, probably be in the NBA or around it. But they would have him playing way differently. I'm trying to avoid that discussion because it's not fair, because the play styles have changed. But they would expect him to block shots and rebound against some of the best centers in NBA history. The Shaqs, the Ewings, the Robinsons, the Duncans, on and on, Olajuwons, on and so forth. That would be trouble for him to do. Be a rim protector. He would not be able to do that. I don't think so. I don't think he's that great of a defender. I think Giannis would be fine on defense. Right? Once again, I'm taking them at their best, right? Not counting the era where guys take plays off because they're doing load management while playing the game. Let's be honest. So I'm just saying, them trying their hardest at their best, Giannis would be able to hang. We already know Charles can hang, right? He's not a shot blocking rim protector. He's 6'6". But as far as holding his weight in the fucking paint, yes, he could do that. And he's probably crafty with steals. I looked at his stats and I saw some highlights. Right, I'm not an expert, but just things I saw and hear about him that he had like pretty quick hands for a quote unquote big man, even though he's 6'6". But he obviously made it work defensively in his era. That just puts Giannis and Barkley over Jokic when it comes to defense. But scoring wise, I think Jokic is a better scorer than both of them. I think he's more crafty, has more range. I think he'd be able to score on some of these top. It'd be harder, but I still think he'd be able to score on all these big men in those eras.
Yeah.
Imagine him dragging Shaq out to the fucking 3-point line. Shaq ain't doing that shit, bro. So he's gonna cause matchup problems. Even Ewing would be hard. Robinson's a little bit better because he's a lot quicker. He's a lot more like Giannis actually, the way he moves around. So, but Jokic would still get his. If they said, "Hey, you're the head of our offense," they would let him. He'd be fine. It wouldn't be 31 points a game.
No.
But he'd still score. He'd still be 20 plus a game. I'm very sure of that. And maybe even 30 if they like every so often in the season, just because he's the centerpiece of the offense, right? And maybe he needs to do that scoring. So he'd be fine offensively. Giannis plays a lot like Charles Barkley, so I think he'd be fine offensively. And he's fucking 6'10", right? And moves like a fucking deer, so he'll be fine with the way he scores, right? He's not a jump shooter. He's a get in the paint guy. Although I think his scoring would drop quite a bit. It wouldn't just be layups at the rim. He'd have a lot more difficult time.
He might honestly be like a 17-20 kind of guy.
Possibly, yeah. And that works. Even a little higher if he's a center point. If he's the focal point, I think Giannis could put in like fucking 25 a game, right? In that era, it'd just be a lot more bruising. It'd be a lot harder. He'd have to eat a lot more shit in the paint if you went in there like that. Right? They're not gonna just let him fucking pogo stick into the fucking lane like that. No one's gonna check him, or he's gonna have a 7'3", 300-pound dude waiting for him. Like that's just not there now in the NBA, right? He's just dancing around these small power forwards, But he could still score because he plays the way Barkley played, but Barkley has a better outside shot than him. Right, and he can get people will just leave Giannis alone. They're like, "Go shoot it, there you do." And it'd be a lot harder for him to score, but I'm giving Barkley the scoring over Giannis and Jokic better scoring over both of them. Defensively, once again, I think Giannis is clearly the better defender out of all three of those guys.
Yeah.
Just size, length, effort. Yeah, he's the better defender. Then Charles, who pound for pound, I think is around that area. He's all right, pound for pound. He's 6'6", probably guarding power forwards and shit like that. And Jokic obviously last. I think he would struggle quite a bit. In fact, like Sabonis, the daddy Sabonis was like a pretty good player, but when he has to guard Shaqs all the time, his scoring is just not going to be as present. Or Divac, right? Vlade Divac, who's like a finesse scoring center. Imagine him you have to deal with Shaq all the time or something. Is like makes it harder for them to showcase how much of a scorer they are. In the finesse game. Rebounding, I'm going with Charles Barkley. I think it's easy too. The effort, the pound for pound, like size to the rebounds he had to grab at 6'6" with his jumping ability and his power to clear space and grab rebounds at like double digits every fucking season type of shit. He's the better rebounder. I would put Giannis number 2 just on length and size and effort, and then Jokic number 3. I don't think he's getting these little fall into your hand rebounds that they do in the NBA right now. I mean that still happens back in the day, but not as much as it is today, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
It's crazy. And I know they want like big men, or they want ball handlers to grab rebounds nowadays, right? That's what it looks like. And Jokic can handle the fucking basketball, so he can grab a rebound and run down court. But still, I think offensive rebounding, like big men would stay more around the rim. They wouldn't just be shot up, 3-point shot from half court. Big man wouldn't just be like running back on defense as soon as the guy shoots it, right? They'd be sticking in the paint. They'd be trying to get offensive rebounds. Not all the players would be chucking threes. There's all these long rebounds and shit like that. Like it's just a much different game. So I kind of penalize Jokic and Giannis to some degree for their rebound stats and assist stats, to be honest with you. Passing, that's got to be Jokic pretty easily. Now, one I guess I'd be ignorant on is Barkley versus Giannis.
Giannis.
You think Giannis wins that in passing?
I doubt that.
I'm thinking Giannis. I don't know. I'm thinking Giannis gets a lot of modern day NBA assists.
Yeah.
But Barkley could probably pass decently. Although he didn't look great when he had the bat. Like when he's trying to dribble down court, right? His dribbling did not look fantastic. Not that Giannis is so much better. It's just, Jokic clearly looks like the best dribbling the ball down court. And I'm taking that idea of coordination and maybe giving. Damn, I don't know. I don't know who's the better passer. I know Jokic is better than both of them. I don't know who's better between Charles and Giannis. I have no idea. Athleticism, I think that's Charles all fucking day and night. I don't think it's close either. Now, Giannis is a good athlete, but let's be real, he's like a long person, bro. Pause. Like that's his length is his thing. Like, that's the crazy thing about Giannis. I don't think he jumps out of the fucking gym like that, but Charles does, and he's stronger than both these fools. Let's be honest. He's more of a physical freak than both of them, and Jokic is obviously last place in regards to that. So fuck, who's the better player? I don't know. I really don't know. I think it depends on what your team needs. Truly, if you need like
Yeah, all around, I think you want Barkley.
Well, yeah, maybe. But if you're looking to replace, let's say Vlade Divac is fucking retiring, you might want to get a fucking Jokic. That might be the perfect replacement for that guy. If you're looking to replace Jesus, I don't know who I would think of. Lamar Odom? No, because he doesn't have Giannis does not have the ball skill that Lamar Odom had. I'm not sure.
Or the shooting ability.
Yeah. Like a lanky power forward type. I mean, I know Giannis, he's a strong guy, but I don't think he's that era strong. I don't think he's like Ewing or anything, like Ewing strength. I don't think that. But he's like strong for what he is in today's era, I think. I don't know who he would replace. That'd be an interesting one. Maybe a small forward, point forward type of player.
Let me ask you this.
Maybe okay, like a Chris Webber, but not as skilled with shooting. Go ahead.
He ain't KG.
No, he can't hit mid ranges. Like KG was efficient mid range shooter, but size and length and being able to block shots and shit like that. Giannis could be right. If a team made him do different shit, like you're not gonna be some point forward guy. You're gonna be a power forward who grabs rebounds and blocks shots, and when they throw you an alley oop, fucking catch it and dunk. Use somewhat of your post game, even though it looks a little lackluster as far as coordination goes, but your length and size will help you out there. Then maybe, but the way he plays now, I don't know where he would fit in it. Or were you gonna ask, or was that it?
Yeah, I love that.
KG and Barkley in this era. I mean, yeah, he's fine. I guess he'd have to work on an outside shot, but you can see some coordination to where, like, if he truly stuck to just shoot, like, I want to get good at shooting 3-pointers, I think he could shoot 34, 35% if he wanted to. You have to work on his dribbling skill and shit like that. So he'd be like a.
Yeah, he was paused, kind of stiff. But that's
He could be like a Draymond on crack. Could be Charles.
yeah, he's way more athletic. Way.
Yeah.
Like when you see him running shit, like, oh no, Charles can move.
Yeah, Charles is a freak athlete.
You would see him run and be like, the only thing holding Charles back is he can't maneuver the basketball good enough. That's all.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing I can say about him running. He's like, oh,
So if
the
they made
ball's on his back.
if they made him work on that, he could be like super Draymond, like super duper Draymond, like Draymond who can score,
Nah, but
freak athlete.
except if you replace him with Draymond, the power struggle would be different
Wait, man.
with him and Curry and Thompson.
Oh,
Would be
yeah. That's stupid looking. Yeah, I think that'd be crazy.
Yeah, or like what KD's there. It's the best team of all time.
Oh, if Katie's there, then that's extra stupid. Fucking
They probably no, because you're thinking like you're projecting like as far as what they did, they probably don't lose to LeBron because Barkley's not gonna get suspended.
exactly. Well,
So dumb.
what would they do? Like
Well,
if Charles
Well,
Barkley,
it's kind of rigged, but yeah, they were rigging that shit. Though. Alleged. They were rigging it. They were rigging it.
allegedly, according to all of YouTube, allegedly.
Game 3, game 4, game 5.
Curry mouthpiece throw. And that was crazy.
Every game in Cleveland was suspect.
What was I gonna say? Like what do you do? Like Charles, imagine Charles with like legit, like he has a quick enough first step to get by any big man in the NBA today. Now imagine if he has like some dribbling coordination to it, and he just blows past big men all the time. Like Draymond ain't doing that shit, not really, right? And
No.
if he's blowing past people, like, what are you gonna do? Leave Curry or Thompson alone? Like, you're not doing that, bro. So he's gonna have free reign in the fucking paint.
It wouldn't be fair because that'd be one like he'd be like you'd be like fuck you gotta keep him on. He'll keep them honest. Like, fuck, we gotta collapse on him, bro. We can't let him get through.
Like, who in the paint's gonna be there? Fucking Tristan Thompson.
No, we gotta bring help. Yo, we gotta bring help, Mayday.
Like Tristan Thompson's strong enough, but guess what? Charles has played against stronger guys that are going to and they're not gonna foul as much as Tristan Thompson would. Tristan Thompson will foul out of the fucking game because Charles will be fucking pressuring him the entire game. And then it's like, now what do you have after that? Like, what do you do then? Maybe you put LeBron on him? Like, in fact, LeBron would have to be the guy guarding him. There's no way around it. But then he's just going to wear out your point guard. Let's be real. LeBron eats up all the point guard duties. Right? Yeah, you have Kyrie there, but let's be real. LeBron wants the ball in his hand. He wants to let Kyrie create on the side, on the wings and shit like that. So, yeah, good luck with that. I think Charles is damn near a perfect fit for this era. Isn't that crazy? Like, he's almost a perfect fit for this era, but these guys might not be so good in their era. That's what's crazy about it. And it's not even me saying one era is better than the other. I'm just saying, like, the style of play, like the way Charles played back then, he could do that over here. It'd probably be less isolations, maybe more pick and roll action. I don't know, more transition. I don't know, but I think he'd be fine. I think you could just fucking damn near like 25% increase in rebounds. So he's gonna average 15 fucking rebounds a game. he's gonna average 25 and 15 every fucking game. So yeah, there you go. I mean, with guys like fucking like Jalen Johnson, right? On the Hawks, averaging like 8 rebounds.
Yeah, that's
This kind of like lanky, skinny dude. Imagine what Charles is doing. Charles gonna grab like fucking 15 rebounds a game. Just on effort alone, he'd get that. And he can use either hand when he shoots layups. He can dunk all over anyone. Forget about it. His quickness off the ground when he goes for like putback rebounds and shit like that. Like, good luck. Good luck stopping that. But yeah, I don't know where to rank these guys. Do you have an idea, Anthony, where you would go? As far as
Rank
ranking
them like between them.
between Jokic, Giannis, and
Uh,
Barkley.
Well,
Which
I definitely thought it would be Barkley, Jokic, Giannis. But then I'm thinking what'd you just say? You just said something right before. Let me change my mind about that. Oh yeah, what they needed, what a team would need.
yeah,
And so like I mean like yeah, like even because even if Jokic isn't the guy that he is now. Let's say if you swapped him with one of those teams, like you swapped him with Carbon,
yeah,
something like that, where he would still be a very good player.
yeah, yeah,
So that made the argument a little close. But it's like you're saying like yeah, but Barkley can play here, he can play there, he can play in the '70s, play in the '60s, and Barkley can play anywhere.
yeah, yeah. I think the same is like you brought up Karl Malone. I think it's the same thing with Karl Malone, man. A guy that size who
He
can
can play right
shoot
now.
mid
Yeah,
range shots and shit like
he
that.
would kill. He would kill right now.
Like he looks like one of the strongest human beings to ever play basketball. That's what like his arms. That dude's a fucking giant. Prime Karl Malone's like, what the fuck is that? That's a freak of nature, bro. What the fuck is that? Who knows if he was juicing or not, but still.
Yeah.
The size of that fucking human, he's stronger than all three of those fucking guys. He's stronger than Barkley, he's stronger than Giannis, and he's stronger than Jokic. I think that's clear as day.
Make Barkley look a little kid, bro.
He might be meaner than all three of them, too. You know, during some of the things I've heard about him, but
Yeah.
yeah, good luck with that. And maybe that is telling that it feels like every team could use a Barkley right now. Every team in the NBA could use a Charles Barkley. But how many teams in the old era would pass on, maybe not Giannis because of his size and length and all that shit and athleticism, but how many guys would pass on Jokic? I think a decent amount would pass on him. They may not know what they have, but just the way the eras were, they might pass on him because, let's be real, he's not a real rim protector. Not. He's not a god tier rebounder. I know his stats say he gets a lot of rebounds, but a lot of those rebounds are where there's no one around and they want him to push the ball as a center, like push the ball in transition and find people.
It's like all you gotta be is like hey is uh is Luka Doncic a better rebounder than fucking Charles Barkley? I bet you their
Huh?
numbers they're close. They're not close, but they're like they're within range. They're within like 3 rebounds career wise. I'm like, do you think he's that? You think Charles is I mean Luka's that close to him as a rebounder, or is it the era he plays in?
It's 100% the era, in my opinion. I think if they saw this guy, like teams in that era, in the older eras, saw the scouting report and saw like, yo, this guy gets 9 rebounds a game. This guy gets 9 rebounds. They'd be like, hey, you. The coach would call out a player, be like, you. I want you following him around. Do not let him get don't let him touch the basketball off a rebound. Don't let him fucking touch it. And his rebounds would drop significantly.
Luka, yeah.
I think he'd be good for like maybe 5. Because guess what? He's not the rebounder Jason Kidd was. I know Jason Kidd, the coach of the Mavericks,
Yeah.
right? He wants him to kind of play like him. He wants Luka to kind of play like him, but with maybe a better outside shot, better scoring. But he's not Jason Kidd. He's not a Jason Kidd rebounder, bro. He's just not. I don't think so.
Or an on the ball defender.
No.
I'm not saying Jason Kidd was great, but he was better than this.
Jason Kidd is severely underrated. Severely. Like he was like the Chris Paul of his era, where it's like damn, how does this one player have that much of an impact in the land of 7-footers and 6'8" motherfuckers? How do these guys have impacts? I know Jason Kidd's kind of tall. He's probably like, what was he, like 6'3" or something, 6'4" maybe.
Yeah, 6'3", 6'4".
He's kind of tall, but it's just like the way he plays like a Derek Jeter. If Derek Jeter was playing basketball, he plays like that. Like whatever winning is,
Exactly.
like whatever winning means, I'll do that.
Or
Chris
like
Paul's
Steve
the
Nash,
same way.
more flashy, like not Derek Jeter. I mean, it's not Derek Jeter. Fucking what the
Kidd.
fuck was this? Jason Kidd. Yeah, Jason Kidd is a jack of all trades. He's good at every aspect of the game. He'll
Yeah,
get you rebounds. He'll get you assists. He'll get you a steal. Isn't he like he's in the top 5 in steals? I think.
he might be. I don't know. I know he's
I
up
think
there in
he's-
assists. I think
He's second in assists. So,
he's one of the best passers. Like, no offense to Steve Nash, who had those, what do you have, like 16 points, like 11 fucking assists a game on the Suns, winning MVPs with that shit, right? Maybe
Yeah.
18 points a game or whatever. He's never the passer that Jason Kidd is, or was. Like, it's just not even close to me. Like, Jason Kidd's assists were like winning style things. Steve Nash's was like systemic. It was a D'Antoni's systemic fucking. You have 3-point shooters surrounding the fucking perimeter all over the place.
and
he would dribble.
He ran around. Yeah, he ran around looking for cuts.
Yep. He would dribble, get into the paint where like maybe he could take a layup, maybe not. He just dribbles right down the baseline all the way around and then find the guy cutting to the basket. Or run a pick and roll with Amari Stoudemire or whatever the fuck. It's like, I'm telling you, like there's that guy's more systemic, I think, Steve Nash. Although he's a great player, right? Great player, but he's not Jason Kidd. He's not Chris Paul. Or these guys are just pure passing, winning, pure point guard motherfuckers, man.
And John Stockton.
I mean, Chris Paul can make guys look like fucking all-stars. In his prime, he can make big men look like fucking superstars, bro. Or all-stars.
Blake
Griffin, Chandler, DeAndre Jordan. These guys were getting fucking free buckets playing with Chris Paul. Not all their shit was free, but like they got a lot of free buckets. Mainly Chandler's points were free. Mainly Jordan's points were free. Blake Griffin did a lot more things that he could do on his own and shit, but still, Chris Paul got him a lot of free points. Remember when the fucking Lakers played the Hornets, bro? And Chris Paul, I think he took them like Game 7 or some shit.
Yeah,
just by running pick and roll with fucking Chandler, bro.
He had another center. He went to Duke. Okafor?
Yeah.
And he was making him look nice too.
He's one of the best passers I've ever, like an actual true point guard. I pass the ball, motherfucker. He's one of the best. And Jason Kidd is exactly like the same thing. He's like the same fucking thing.
But bigger.
But taller, yeah.
Mm.
But not as quick. Not as quick, not as fast, not as good of a ball handler. Right? Chris Paul can handle a fucking basketball. Like, he invented moves that people are, like, doing now. Chris Paul was inventing fucking dribble moves and shit like that. That shit where he spins the ball and the ball bounces back to him, but it looks like it's a bounce pass. Like, granted, that should be illegal as fuck, but he abused it. And now people somewhat do that.
Kyrie took that shit.
And it's like, God damn, that's crazy.
Kyrie made it crazy.
And by the way, Chris Paul was an all-league defender in his prime. I'm pretty sure, like an all-league on-ball defender. It kind of fell off a bit, kind of fell off a lot, but he was, man. He could fucking pick your pocket. He can stay in front of you. He's not the strongest guy or the tallest guy, but he stayed on you, man. He played hard defense. But yeah. Yeah, Chris Paul was fucking amazing. Jason Kidd was fucking amazing. Remember those Nets teams? Like, why the fuck are the Nets in the finals? Can anyone tell me why?
Carter.
Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson. Like, how Why the fuck are the Nets here?
Kenya Martin.
Kenyon Martin. Who was their center? I think it was Collins. I think it was like Jason Collins or some
Yeah,
shit like that.
not Zach Collins. What's it?
Jason Collins.
Jason Collins.
Yeah. I mean, give him a legit like shot blocking 7'2" center, and good luck. I mean, we kind of saw it, right, when he went to the Mavericks. He had Tyson Chandler there, right? So Tyson Chandler owes his career to Jason Kidd and fucking Chris Paul.
Yeah, he played with him with the Knicks too. He played with him.
I think
That was they made the playoffs that year with Jason Kidd. He was like on one leg.
I think Tyson Chandler and DeAndre Jordan had the highest field goal percentages in NBA history. I think, and I look at the guys they played with, like exactly. Look at the point guards they fucking played with that got them at the rim, wide open dunks and shit like that. Like they weren't, isoing in the post and scoring a bucket. Like no, they're running pick and rolls and they're catching lobs.
They were living in Lob City.
That's crazy. All right, whatever. We went off topic, but did you rank them? Did you?
Yeah, Barkley, Joker, Giannis.
Okay, I respect that. I'll try to do a rank with like, if I was gonna start a franchise, I'll go with that mentality. And damn, man, it depends on the era you play in, man. It really does. It kind of really does. Damn. Because the way the NBA plays now, it's like Jokic looks like the top pick, right? Considering like what he does and the lack of substantial big men to stop him from doing what he's doing. But then again, it's like, what if you're playing Shaq, right? Jokic is gonna foul out in the first fucking quarter, bro. You can't guard him. You can have Jokic guard someone else. Like, what are you doing? You can have Jokic guard Robert Horry, who's chucking threes and shit. Like, no, that ain't happening. Fuck, man. I don't know. If I could translate Charles Barkley into modern day and give him somewhat of a shot, a 3-point shot, and ball handling skills, it might be him. But Giannis looks fucking kind of unstoppable nowadays too. Like as far as like he plays he plays NBA basketball like he's just holding down the turbo button in 2K and just running in a straight line to the right. Like he's just holding turbo and just smashing buttons, whatever gets him the ball 3 inches away from the fucking hoop where he just drops it in, on a finger roll or something. Like it's just kind of stupid looking. Like, he looks like a video game almost, especially like abusing the newer era rules and the lack of physicality. I don't think I can do this, Ant. I don't think I can do this. I don't know. Because from 1+ to another, like, okay, Charles Barkley's athleticism. Yeah, but Giannis is like 6'9" or some shit, and he has a 7-foot something fucking wingspan.
So let me ask you this: Who's winning the game of 21?
Who would win a game of 21? Oh,
Barkley.
I mean, Barkley would have to hit his outside shot because if he goes in the paint and there's a 7'3" dude and a 6'11" dude with a 7'3" wingspan waiting for you. That'd be rough unless they call fouls for you. And then Jokic can actually use his outside shot. But he's not the greatest shooter ever, but he can shoot more efficiently than the other two. And then Giannis will travel his way into the paint and try to score a bucket. Like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. If Charles is hitting his outside shot, it's Charles Barkley, easily. Because then someone will step up and have to guard him. He'll blow past either one of these fools. And then whoever's left waiting there, he's going to score on them. But both are waiting in the paint because they don't trust his outside shot. Like, that's too hard for a 6'6" dude, no matter how athletic he is, to get through two giants like that. And I guess the same could be said about Giannis. But Giannis isn't going to just blow past Charles Barkley because if he's allowed to be physical, he's stronger than Giannis. He'll fucking hold him back a bit. And then Jokic, if he's allowed to sit out there and just take wide open jump shots, he's gonna fucking score. I don't know, man. I'm truly actually like fucking befuddled, bro. I don't know. I don't think I can answer this honestly. I don't think I can just pick one honestly. I think that's a interesting. Those are probably some of the most interesting players to pick in a discussion of who you would take. That's crazy, actually. But once again, I guess being able to translate from any era, Charles Barkley. All right, but Giannis and Jokic are really good in this era, though. They're really good in this era. So I don't know. I'm leaving it there, bro. I don't know. I'm leaving it as a mystery.
No, I understand because you have to assume they would be nice in this era too, to an extent.
Yeah, maybe something happens where these guys evolve. Maybe Giannis develops a consistent outside shot, or Jokic goes to Miami, does some fucking roids, comes back and starts dunking on people. Like, I don't know. Maybe that would change my opinion about it, but as of now, I'm fucking stuck. Stun locked, bro. I got nothing. All right. That was our discussion, I guess. An argument about Giannis versus Barkley versus Jokic. I think that's an interesting trio to compare to each other. I don't think it's just clear cut one way or another, honestly. But there's a discussion. There you go.